So fuck, what kind of tequila do you want? These are our waters.
Yeah. Well, I was just drinking this 2 nights ago.
Okay.
So we can try
This
one
one's
of these.
good.
And I'm always like a big Kirkland supporter.
Yeah, me too. And
Because I know that they use their distillers like from other, like, I don't know who does theirs, but like word on the street is that their vodka is like great, like the Grey Goose distiller, and like I don't know who they use for their tequila, but and like same with like their, yeah, whenever they make like Kirkland brand things, they usually use like other well-known producers, but then just slap their name on it.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
here, I'll
biggie.
measure this too, just so that we're not like fucking 10 shots in.
Thank you.
But yeah, this is the George Clooney one,
Okay, yeah. Oh, the custom. I thought. Okay, yeah, nice.
right? Yeah, I'm almost positive it's George Clooney.
Yeah.
Look at that, I just fucking already drunk. I just fucking... Here, I'll put a couple on. Is a couple ounces okay? I don't know. I can drink tequila.
Cool.
Like I'll do.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Now I have to get a cloth.
If there's cubes, I would put just like one
Okay,
cube in here.
for
if
sure.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you.
Just.
So you've been coming around to a lot more classes lately. I've been
I
seeing you around.
have.
Are you trying to make it like 3-4 times a week? Just
I
kind
go
of when it
every
works
day.
out. Oh, nice.
Every day usually.
Yeah. Like even
Yeah.
if you're teaching too,
Yeah.
you can like make it.
Yeah.
But do you try to leave a bit of a gap? Like do you go to a class and then teach one right after, or teach and then go to one right after?
It depends. Like if I'm up really early,
Yeah.
and I've been up for a couple hours,
Yeah.
like if I get up between 4 and 5,
Yeah.
I'll go to a 6 a.m.
Yeah.
If I'm not getting up till like 5:30, sometimes I won't rush out. I'll wait till
Yeah.
the 9:30.
Yeah.
And then Monday, even though I taught at noon, I went to the 9:30.
Yeah.
And then because I'm so close,
Mm-hmm.
I just come home, walk the dogs, rinse my body off, and then go
Yeah.
back and teach.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking with everybody needing subs these last few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been subbing a lot, and I was thinking back like when I taught like full time, like at the peak, like 20 classes a week, like 15, 20 classes a week, and like how I haven't done a double in like so long. And
exhausting.
I taught my first double. I think I mentally prepared myself. I like ate lots of food and drank lots of water, and I was fine after. But
Yeah.
can you believe that we used to do that? Like
I used to teach 25 classes a week.
25 at your peak. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
More, sometimes more.
That's
sometimes
crazy.
27.
Yeah, I think like the most I've taught in a week was like 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But like 20 regular classes. But that's like full time, right?
You
Like,
had
that's
to because you don't
full-time.
make any money.
Exactly.
And I was like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna pay my mortgage, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? There
exactly.
was just all
Pay my
this
bills.
shit
Yeah. Yeah.
that
But I mean, like collectively, the hours, that's like a 40-hour work week, right?
Yeah.
Like with the driving and the having to be at the studios
it's
early.
so much.
And,
You can only do that. Like I did that, I think for about, I don't know, 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, like it took me a while to build up to that schedule,
Yeah.
you know, like getting into your foot in the door. Yeah, so I think it took me like 3 to 5 years to build up that schedule, and then I probably did that for like 6 or 7 years, and then I needed a break for a bit. I turned the
Yeah.
thing that I love into work, you know? Teaching that many classes, you just feel like a robot after.
Yeah, you just.
And now doing just a couple classes a week, it's so much more I'm enjoying it.
Is that how
again,
much you
know?
teach? Just 2?
I have the one regular class, and then
that's
sometimes
nice.
like
I only
I'll
have
just
3.
like yeah,
Yeah.
and then you just pick up classes in between. There's always people who need help.
Yes,
And, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. It's like over the years, just scaling back.
Yeah.
And it's helped me, I think, to still love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when I get there, I love it. Like I love being there. Like
Yeah.
I can't wait
Yeah.
to go in the class.
Well, and like you feel that vibe too, you know? I feel like when there's full-time teachers or teachers who don't teach from a lot of authenticity, you know, that you sense that lack of presence, you know,
Yes.
or rather the opposite. I can definitely sense your presence when
Yeah.
you're there, you know, you're not just there to put people in poses. You
No.
know? Like it's more than that.
I know.
yeah.
Yeah. I loved your class when we were at
Yeah,
Avenida. Except for the girl.
flow class. So I taught another again, and it was
okay.
like supposed to be like a core like hit class, but I said yes really quickly, and I didn't realize like what I said yes to.
Yeah.
But changed it to like a flow class for me.
That's
and
nice.
that person was in the class.
Was she beside you again?
She went into the corner, but like yeah, as soon as because I always incorporate pranayama into every class. Like it doesn't matter if it's a yin class or a flow class. We're always going to do a pranayama.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we were doing pranayama, and she's just like doing full sun salutations.
I get distracted normally in a class, but because we are instructors and because I love you too, I was like wanting to go over and strangle her.
Yeah,
like,
so
what is
distracting.
happening?
Yeah, and like we were saying, like yeah, there's a fine line between like dialing back and adding in, but just like completely doing your own thing, like full sun salutations while we're doing breathing exercises.
Well, and that's
like,
the thing. Like, it's not even about me being distracted. It was about the level of disrespect that was taking place.
Yeah.
Like, I was shocked.
Yeah. And then I don't know if I told you, but oh yeah, she left. I can't say that it was that person, but there's like a bad review left for me.
I know.
And like, it's the people who think they know the most who know the least.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like how, like that class was challenging, but it's not like you and I do challenging in like a slow, intentional way, which is challenging.
Yeah.
But a lot of some people like that really fast, like fast challenging.
Drag your body. Let's do
But
aerobics.
but that's not even, you're using momentum. You're not even using strength.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like, if you're moving like that on your mat, like think about like how you're moving through life, like like maybe this is your opportunity to like learn to slow down a bit.
To take a moment to see what presence feels like. But I think that's the issue, is that, like, just using that girl for an example, but because she's clearly so uncomfortable being present,
being still,
yes,
being with herself,
yes,
and her thoughts.
that she couldn't do it. So I started to think about that when I was there. She is right out of control, and I was like, I used to be like that. Wait a minute, I'm still kind of like that, but no, not in a yoga class, because I understand the level of respect too, and then being centered and being grounded and having those tools within me. But
like, could you imagine doing that in like whoever you did your training with, or who was like your teacher, like your main person? Like, could you ever imagine doing that in one of their classes?
Never.
Like, I would be kicked right out of there.
Oh yeah, right?
Like I'd have like blocks thrown at me.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But you like I think both you and I like doing challenging classes, but we don't like teaching them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
right?
like doing a core or like a power flow.
Yeah. Like now I'm doing the flow class, so I have to incorporate yoga or music, and I like it actually because it's different than what I've been doing, and it's just for that one class.
Yeah.
And then
do you like plan sequencing, or do you like have an idea before you get in, or do you just like wing it?
I just go.
Yeah.
I just go with the flow.
Yeah.
But it's fun because I'm like, I still move really slow. It's not really slow. It's just super intentional.
Yeah.
Like as I'm moving, so there is no dragging the body behind you.
Yeah.
Right. And then reminding everybody why we're moving so intentionally throughout the class, so that they stay grounded as well.
Yeah.
So that they're not in that hurry to get past it. Because I think what people don't realize is that the hurrying, if you don't actually have a extremely solid practice, and I believe that comes with a lot of training too. You can't just be a participant, that if you don't have that foundation, you're doing the body a disservice. You're doing more harm than good. You're not going to refract, for lack of better wording, any sort of medicinal quality from the pose, because you're making it physical. It's actually a mental practice that becomes simultaneously physical. So if I'm dragging the body and there's no presence because I'm trying to get ahead of myself, then there's no mending that can occur.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like I think you might have heard me say in practice is like that when you're watching yourself from third party perspective. And it's that when you reach your edge and like when you don't want to do it anymore, or you want to pull yourself out, or you're getting distracted, and just being able to like sit and watch and listen rather than react or resist. And it's in those intentional, longer, slower movements that we have on our mat, then that begins to reflect in daily life. And if we can't meet that challenge on our mat, then how can we do that off of our mat?
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
Yeah. There was something that came to mind that it'll come back in a bit. But.
I also liked, I'm not going back to that class, the guy that was beside me, he was so cute.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I can't, that was such a full class. I was
Oh yeah,
in
he was,
zone,
but
yeah.
I felt like he was so into you.
Oh yeah? Awesome.
It was that, and he had really nice shorts on like you did.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
saw your shorts, I was like, holy shit, you have such nice legs.
Did I can't even, what is I wearing my paisley shorts?
They
or
were
like
shorter,
teal?
like
okay,
really
gray?
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, you look good.
Thanks. Yeah. And doing all that yoga definitely helps.
Do you work
yeah.
out at the gym too?
No, I
No.
don't. I just
Yeah.
like just same as you, just yoga.
Yeah,
I've
just
been
yoga.
thinking about it. But I think I'm thinking I see my grandma getting older and like smaller, and I know that the only way to like maintain bone density is like weightlifting,
Weights.
and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so like if anything, I don't want to have like big muscles, but I would do it like for my health, you know. But
Yeah.
it just doesn't really interest me.
Yeah.
I think, but I've never really like gone to the gym. Like I've probably gone
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 times, and I just never stuck. But it's been on my mind more.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Were you ever a gym
Oh
person?
yeah, I do. I go to the gym. I do weights.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my stepdad owned a gym when we were growing up, and he did strongman and everything. He actually trained with Arnold and Lou Ferrigno on a weekend when he had gone up there for one of the strongman competitions.
Okay.
And had lunch with them,
Yeah.
like way back in the day before Arnold was crazy.
That's cool.
Celebrity or whatever. I mean, he
Yeah.
was in the bodybuilding world, but not really in Hollywood at that point.
Yeah.
But so I grew up with a stepdad's very like meat and potatoes, super against steroids. You go to his gym and it was like all these old guys, like nobody's listening to music. Everybody's in there clanking the weights and like powerlifting and
Yeah.
super hardcore.
Yeah.
And
So like as a teen, were you just like already lifting weights?
no, I trained there a few times, just
Yeah.
not really
Yeah.
knowing what it wasn't until I was 17 when I started training heavy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what am I talking about? I was a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah.
At 17, and then started training really hard and heavy throughout my 20s and put on a lot of muscle,
Yeah.
and my traps were like
Oh yeah.
yeah. And then scaled back a bit, and then
Did
just
you do
did a
like
lot of
did
yoga.
you do competitions?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
wanted to get on the stage. Everybody has their thing. It just wasn't my.
Yeah, totally.
It wasn't my jam to do it.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
good. You're definitely, for your age, don't have
No.
any bat wings.
No.
Yeah, your
No.
arms look great.
Thank you.
And I just noticed that, did you have laser done
Yeah.
there?
You know
Yeah.
what's funny
Yeah.
is this is before there was any tattoo removal places in the city, and I used to know these two crazy bitches that worked at this skincare place.
Yeah.
And I remember when I met them, I was like, oh, I want to get this tattoo off. I had it on for 6 months. And I'm like, I need it off now.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, maybe one of the hair removal laser machines will get it off. Like, they had no idea, right? So they're like, come in when the doctor's not there and we won't charge you.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So
A little
I went in,
experiment.
and they were like, turned it up as high as you could and fried my arm with it. Like, they kept going over and over and over to the point where it was like welting out.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, just come back again tomorrow or the next day. We had no idea. And then they'd laser over it again, it would bleed.
Yeah.
And then scab. And then we would laser over the scab. Like, that's
Yeah.
why it's like a brand now. It's actually
Yeah.
raised. And,
Oh, yeah.
you know, you can actually, a lot of people have asked me before, is it a brand?
Yeah.
But so we probably did that like fucking 20 or 30 times.
Whoa.
And
you
so
must have been crying. Like, because doesn't it like hurt
Oh.
more after each
Yes.
time? Like
and
it,
especially
like,
with like
compounds.
not a machine that you're supposed to be getting it done with.
Yeah.
And I think we probably tried a few other different laser things there. I don't even
Yeah.
remember because it was so long ago. But anyways, when I went to go get this removed, right? I've had 3 treatments on it now. I got to get a few more. But by real professionals with a real
Yeah.
thing, because you have to wait 10 to 12 weeks,
Yeah.
10 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
Because the laser pulls it it breaks it up, and then your liver gets rid of it. I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they were like, holy shit, like, where did you get that done? That's like an amazing job. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
not you crazy bitches. Like,
Yeah. That's awesome.
I don't know them anymore, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other ones anymore?
No, I'm never
Just
getting
that-
another tattoo again.
Yeah. But you just those ones?
Yeah,
Like,
just these
that
ones,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like both guy related too.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
right?
You thought you would have learned after that one.
I know. Jesus. I remember when I got convinced into this, and but we don't really get convinced. We just do it because we're on that
Living
same,
in the moment.
trajectory.
Yeah.
Do you, oh yeah, you have a tattoo there.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I have my Scorpio tattoo here.
Oh, you're a Scorpio?
Yeah. Are you into
So
astrology?
is my dad and my sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my best friend's a Scorpio.
Are you a
Desiree.
Taurus?
No, I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have heavy Cancer and Pisces for moon and rising.
Okay.
It's a lot of water.
Yeah, a lot of water in you. Yeah.
Like you, Scorpio is water.
Scorpio is a water
Yes.
sign. Yeah, I'm pretty, like, I enjoy astrology, and I think that I was kind of thinking about some point of conversations, like when I was showering earlier, and I was thinking about kind of, I was watching that video. I don't know if you meant to send that to me, but like the Year of the Horse.
I did. I meant to send it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am the Year of the Horse.
Is that not weird?
Yeah.
No
yeah, like
coincidences.
Yeah. I'm the Year of the Horse. Yeah.
What? And I'm the year of the snake, which we're coming out of.
Yeah, and my brother's the Year of the Snake.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's so trippy.
Yeah, and just like all these like different things, like your Myers-Briggs, or your like like the Enneagram with the numbers, and like there's all these different personality things that kind of I take them with a grain of salt, but they're always like very interesting. I think that it makes a point of relation with people, and like and understanding people, and kind of how to get along with people, or and move through your relationship. And,
Right, because some people are really sensitive. Like usually like water signs are very sensitive.
Yeah, and like earth signs are really grounded, and like
Yeah.
like air signs are very like go with the flow, and like
Yeah.
fire signs love to stir the pot, and like
Yeah, fire signs can be. Mind you, the only crazy people I've ever really met are Virgos.
Oh yeah. Well, did you know that statistically, the most, like, statistically speaking, serial killers are like mostly like the most signs like Virgo. Virgos are usually serial killers.
I knew it because honestly, they lack empathy.
Yeah.
Like the ones that I've met
Yeah.
lack empathy. Where
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like that's what I think. Anytime
Yeah.
I'm like, give me a week to get to know a Virgo, and I'm like, bye.
Yeah, totally. Well, and they're just like very my way, and like
Yeah,
this is the
control
only way. and
freaks.
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you said that. You know who you are.
But I was thinking, I wanted to tell you like an interesting fact about astrology. So in like Buddhism and Hinduism, they also do like astrology.
Yeah.
And they're like pretty much the same, but just kind of using or defining them differently. But do you know how they choose or find the Dalai Lama?
No.
So like in Buddhism, there's rebirth, and your soul dies and it goes into the ether and it comes back in a new form. But through mathematics and astrology, like Buddhist astrologers have calculated how long it takes for your soul to return, and they can even calculate into a certain geographical area where it will return to. So when the Dalai Lama dies, they calculate, I think it's like a 3 to 5 year period, somewhere in there.
For the soul to be reincarnated?
Yeah. And then they send out these like high monks to go trek into this geographic area, and they just like start asking villagers and locals, like, do you know of a son that was born around these days? And usually, and then they'll bring like items like his like prayer beads and like a singing bowl, like things that are familiar from his past life, and then eventually there will be like one child who is like very familiar with these belongings, and they realize that they found the Dalai Lama, and then they take him and grow him up and like train him, and yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, it reminds me
Yeah.
of a movie. I'm trying to think what that movie was.
Oh, with Brad Pitt?
Yes.
Yeah. So like, you know how the Dalai
The
Lama
little
was
boy.
so young? Yeah, because they
Yes.
find him when he's just a baby. And then they
Yes.
bring him back. Yeah.
And he really was holy though, like
Yeah.
in that movie, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they oh my God, that's so cool. That
Yeah.
gave me goosebumps,
Yeah.
actually. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's the truth.
Yeah. And the way that I kind of think of astrology, like I have a very technical brain, like I'm in engineering, but I also like
Are you an engineer?
I'm not. I work as a technician, and I'm
Okay.
continuing my education to get my full PhD. So I'm like a nurse to a doctor right now, and I'm gonna continue my school, or like a hygienist to a dentist, or yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I was in school for the last little bit, and then my plan was just to get to do the diploma and then start working, and then I can get work to pay for the rest of my school or most of it, and just do it part-time. So yeah.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
that's
thank
freaking amazing.
Yeah. So I have like a very technical, analytical brain, but also like the yoga brain. Like I also, think that anything is possible, like we live in a very empirical world where everything needs to be measured. And if we can't measure it, that it doesn't exist. And there's so many
Yes.
things that exist that we can't measure. And when I talk about astrology, or the way that my mind can find it relatable, is that when we talk about like energy or things having a vibe, like in basic science, everything, solid, liquid, and gas is always vibrating. The molecules are coming together and they're always vibrating in whatever form, and these vibrations are letting off vibrations. And so the molecular structure of your body, of this table, of this room, everything is always vibrating from a molecular level, and including bigger things like the planets and the stars. And so who's not to say that when we're brought into life, that the position of all the stars and the planets and the gravitational pulls has something interesting to do with our molecular makeup, sort of.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I think of astrology having some sort of truth to it.
Do you think that we pre-plan? Do you think that we come and choose, like, this is the sign I want to be?
I used to have some reoccurring dreams when I was younger.
I was gonna say, you better take a drink, because I'm already like, I was like, fuck, I better not have drank those 2 ounces already.
I used to have this reoccurring dream when I was a child. I grew up Catholic, so I had this dream where I was like in heaven and looking down from the clouds, and like with God or Jesus or some angel beside me, and I had to choose the life of what I was supposed to live. But every life, even I knew this in this dream when I was a kid, that the life is going to have some sort of challenge that you're going to have to learn and move through. And like, I think that I was choosing between like being in a wheelchair, being in this life, living in like poverty in a developing country. And I think that my challenge of this life is like my identity with my sexuality and my cultural heritage. And I've always been kind of like a black sheep, or like not following the white picket fence dream. And so I think that reoccurring dream was like a sign that, this was the life that I chose, and that the challenge is that I chose, to work through in this lifetime. Do you think that we do you think that we do that?
I do. I feel like, it's interesting how I just automatically said I feel like, because I do believe that everything is based off of feeling more than sort of an intellectual perspective outside of here. And I feel like that's what's kind of the talisman here, but we get into our heads about things, and then we shut that,
like the intuition, the gut feeling.
and we shut that lighthouse out by overthinking everything. But yeah, like if I take a moment to reflect on it, for whatever reason, my mind kind of goes to this sort of way station that feels like I'm in space.
Yeah.
you know, and I do. I'm like, okay, yeah, like these are the things that I need to learn through this vehicle. I mean, but it feels so complex that I can't even I couldn't even wrap my head around here in this as to why or how I would, you know what I mean, know that or download that. But yeah, I feel like there's a certain set of preconceived things you're coming in with, but it does, but you pave the whole path while you're here as the human determines the path. But yeah, there's a foundation that you choose prior, like the sign, the sun signs, the moon signs, the rising, the astrological things, as well as, are you coming in here handicapped? Are you coming in here, you know, white, black, whatever it is, right? Whatever you choose to be. And then there's free will.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's free will to the human, which is the vehicle of the soul and the physical manifestation of it. Like the soul, the physical body is the soul. And I think that's where a lot of people get lost in the spiritual community, because they'll say like, well, I'm not really my body. And I always think to myself, what the fuck are you talking about? So now you're arguing with the reality of what's happening. And the soul specifically chose this vehicle to be in. So when you're saying that, you're actually being reality blind and ignorant to what the soul chose. So then you're pushing up against the journey at this time, which is basically on time as well. You know, like we always try to transcend to higher levels of being and states of consciousness. Like, I'm not my body. I am this, you know, thing that's floating. And then that's where we create disconnect and discord in the physical body, and we detach from feeling, which provides the landscape of healing to me anyways, you know?
Totally. Yeah. I think that it's definitely, to say that you are not your body, or you are not your soul, or you can't have one without the other, right? And also to take care of your body as your vehicle, right? You have to take care of it. And if you don't respect understand your physical body, or like even the other way around, if you're not understanding your conscious body, then there's a disconnect. Right? The two have to work cohesively. You have to understand both.
I was just talking with my partner about this the other day, because I said to him, I feel like the mind is the soul, just like so is the body. It's all a part of it. But the mind is the time-based part of the soul. So mind comes in, the way that I see it, the soul resides in the thymus, and it actually puts itself kind of like, what are those movies like when people go to space and they go into those little things and they go to sleep?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like that's kind of how I see the soul entering in. And then it goes, okay, now I'm going to go to sleep. So that I'm giving free will, which to me is unconditional love, to this time-based reality, which is still me. So that I won't interfere, but the talisman is still here. So when you veer off course, as long as you're self-reflecting along the way, you'll still be guided back to that light to do the right thing. And then, you know, if that's your path at this time too, right?
I find that so interesting. Like I find time very interesting. Like time is really the only constant, or proof that we're here. And you know, like we can think about the past or the future and different dimensions or universes, and I feel like time is really the only marker of us being here. And that's the first time that I've heard you say that your mind is the marker of us in this moment. Is that what you said?
Well, it's like the mind is time. So we create time through the mind, but we forget that, because we literally teach ourselves through religion and things that God is in control of time. Well, God is also man-made, you know, so we when we do that, we're creating a lazy excuse to not be accountable for our lives. Well, time is up when God decides. What the fuck are you talking about? No, you exhaust your body by exhausting your programming. You're deciding the termination of your body. due to what you're experiencing in your life and what you're suppressing and not wanting to deal with and so on, which doesn't make you bad. It makes it the journey that we can project good or bad onto. But it's like, we can be in a sympathetic nervous system state, which is that fight or flight, which is time speeding up. When, for example, we're in a yoga pose and we're like, how long do I have to hold this? I can't hold this. Or my head's at work and I'm in that fight or flight during the pose, which is why the mending cannot occur during that. But if I tell myself, okay, I'm going to relax my eyes, I'm going to relax my shoulders, I'm going to sink into the muscular efforting, so mind is now creating this expanded state of awareness. Mind is now creating circulation into the contraction, which if I don't do that, if I don't relax into it, I'm going to create more inflammation, because that is the mental contraction that simultaneously becomes physical. So mind creates physical inflammation or not. And so when we realize we can relax into the chaos, we don't buy ourselves time. We realize we are the time makers in that moment. Because now the clock is still ticking, and yet we're in a timeless state of being, so to speak, during it. So which could also be looked at as the parasympathetic, which is that we're resting and digesting into the moment, and I'm using my physical body as a vehicle to do that, just by relaxing my eyes and my shoulders. Now the pressure of time is coming off, and I'm able to be here longer, which again makes me the maker of time.
And it all starts in the mind, and I think that kind of what has helped me train my mind and choosing my thoughts in which to act on is like the idea of just like fake it till you make it, you know, like you hear all the different voices in your head, and which one are you going to choose and which one are you going to believe. And like if I'm in a yoga pose and I'm telling myself this is uncomfortable, I can't do this, am I going to believe that? Am I going to act upon it? Am I going to hold on to that? Or am I going to shift the perspective? And when I can shift the perspective in my brain, then the experience in your body can begin to shift as well.
Yes. Do you ever feel aligned with the wolf?
The wolf?
Yeah.
One of my, I think, medicine animals or spirit guides is a fox.
Okay, well that was close. Because I'm sitting here and I'm feeling like I'm sitting with like a wolf.
Well, and what's interesting about the fox is that
I love the fox, by the way. The fox is one of my guides. Like he has been my protector.
And
red fox.
Yeah, little red foxes, because they're like tricksters, kind of, I think touching base with what we were saying is that the fox is the bringer of medicine in not what you want, but what you need. And I have, in my lifetime, I have an unnecessary need for control. I always need to like know what's happening. I have to have a plan. I need to know what's going on. And I can always prepare for the worst and hope for the best, but just like hold myself in the middle with every situation, because I often learn that no matter how much I plan into something, it's not going to end up that way, and I have to learn to accept the way that it's turned out, and that it's just as acceptable, and that's what I need in that moment, and to just accept and let go of control. Like even just the saying "go with the flow," I fucking hate that.
Yeah,
I don't want to go with the flow.
No, I don't want to go with the flow.
I want to have a plan. I want to know what's going on. I don't want to go with the flow.
No.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. So the fox and the crane are my
the crane. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always had an affinity for like long, lanky animals like myself, like giraffes, and giraffes are like my favorite animal, and like flamingos and emus and long, lanky animals like myself. I always found interested in.
Giraffes are leaders. They really do lead, because their head is above everything,
and they're
so
just
they
like so unbothered too.
Yes. I have a video that I did. So when I stayed in Mexico for 5 months a couple winters ago, there was this crane walking on, like, so the house I stayed at is like right on the water, right on the beach, and there's this little patch of kind of like high grass, like as you walk off the property and onto the sand. And so there's this crane walking, and it's like this, like walking towards, and I was like, what is it stalking? And so I was like trying to get my camera to spread, you know, to go in to see, because it's kind of like binoculars.
Yeah, yeah.
And it fucking like snapped its head out really fast and grabbed this lizard.
Oh, wow.
And it was so fast, and then it went like just
Swallowed
fucking
it whole.
swallowed it in
Yeah.
like three things,
3
like to
gulps,
get
yeah.
it down in
Yeah.
its fucking neck. And I was like, holy
Some
fuck!
National
like,
Geographic shit.
yeah, like, and I have it on my Instagram.
That's awesome.
One of my videos.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I layered in the music, Jaws, dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Yeah.
And like it was so perfect because even when like the jaws went really crazy, that's when he snatched it. I was
Yeah.
like, that was the best fucking video ever.
Yeah. You've traveled quite a bit, hey?
Yeah.
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 Well, I've been thinking like about aging and like our memory, and I also smoke a lot of weed, so I don't have the best memory. But I try to like just like remember things that, you know, like special times and places, and just remind myself of trips and like moments and things that like I want to keep in my memory. I try to like remember those moments and just go over that timeline in my head. And do you ever catch yourself, is there a special place that you sometimes go back to, or a place that meant a lot, or that you experienced great
No,
things?
like not right now that I can
Yeah.
think of.
Yeah.
What about you?
Like on my bucket list, I like trekking. So I trekked across the Himalayas. And,
What does that mean? You trekked?
So multi-day hiking. Yeah. So for like
and
two,
like,
for
do you
like
stay in
two-
a tent?
Most of them have like, they call them like tea houses or like little huts. They're
Okay.
just like they're like nothing fancy, but it's like room and board and like and food and
So do you have to actually pick places that have those places kind of?
yeah, there's very popular, well-known routes so,
Okay.
that have been around for hundreds of years that people have been trekking across. So I did the Annapurna circuit in the Himalayas, and so I just try to remember, like little, because I know there's already like places in my head that I can't remember, and so I just try to. There's certain places like that we would stay at, and I just tried to remember that night that we stayed there. And same with I went down to Peru and did the Andes. Like I walked to Salcantay over 5 days, or sorry, I did the Salcantay trek to Machu Picchu over 5 days, and yeah.
I love that. I would love
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, and so I think it's kind of like the idea of like that meditative experience of like go to your happy place. Like I try to think of like those moments that I was just like, you know, just really trying to take in everything of the environment that I was around, and just try to hold on to those memories. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is your happy place.
Yeah, I guess I don't really like that idea of like I'm not really like
Well,
even though I
no,
teach,
but just
like,
kind of your calm
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
Like, do you
I'm
remember the
just-
movie Fight Club?
yeah.
And then when Brad Pitt, he met that crazy chick, Miranda, I
Yeah,
think, her
yeah,
name, or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, just go to the cave, or sorry, Edward Norton. Edward Norton. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden he's in that cave, and then
Yeah.
he's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Whatever. But like that's where he would try to go.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
penguin was in there. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
yeah.
As you're saying
And
that,
you
like,
just have to,
that's where it's like, go to the cave, like,
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah. Like I never really used that meditative, like go to your happy place. I'm not really like, it's hard for me if I close my eyes and say like think of something, like an image doesn't come clearly to my brain.
Yeah.
Like my internal dialogue is very clear, but I can't like close my eyes and like see myself like vividly somewhere. You know, some people can just like vividly imagine things or being places or with people as soon as they close their eyes. Like I can think of the feeling, like the nostalgia, and the time and the place, and it's more like flickering, faded photos.
Yeah. Do you remember your childhood really well?
Yeah, most of it.
Yeah.
I think that, most of it. Yeah.
I don't really remember a lot of my childhood.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of blacked out a lot of it.
Yeah.
So like,
Do you
I'm
think
always
that
curious.
there's like traumatic events?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like constant chaos
Yeah.
growing up. But
Yeah. I think like in my early 20s, like I had a lot of trauma but I remember it. But I think that that's also like Scorpio is all about like transformation and like a snake shedding layers and like a phoenix rising from the ashes. There's a lot of turmoil that happens in life, and I don't think that life isn't always about being happy, and like stress and anger, sadness and pain also have a place and a lesson and a purpose, and it can't always be avoided, and we can't always push it away. And I think that we're allowed to feel those things. I know we grew up in, like, I hate how, you know, people always ask, oh, how are you? And if I ever say anything other than I'm good, like if I say like, oh, I'm not feeling my best today, people are like, you're not good? Like,
Right? Like
nobody,
what?
like nobody ever hears something other than I'm good, you know, I'm good, how are you? You know, like nobody actually cares how you're doing. Like nobody actually cares. And if you actually tell how you're feeling, we're in this society where that you're not allowed to not be okay, or like if you're feeling stressed or tired, like, oh boy, like I don't know how to continue this conversation now, like
Yeah, because it makes them feel uncomfortable.
yeah
Right. I was gonna say too, because of like being Scorpio and then being in the year of the snake, which is all about like dealing with like all the emotional stuff, like, so we're not carrying the baggage over into the year of the horse, right? Like the snake is so called paving the path for that. So for a lot of people,
shedding.
yeah, you know, do you find that happen this year for you?
Oh yeah, I had some growing pains with the relationship with my mother recently. So you know, like I don't know if you've experienced this with your parents, but you know, like they just need to come around to understanding that you're like an adult, you know, like I'm 35 years old, like I'm allowed to set boundaries. I'm allowed to tell you that you're not allowed to talk to me like that, like you know. And then like I just finished school and started working, and I feel like these goals that I've been working on, I've like met them, and now like this new chapter of my life is starting. Like I feel like new doors are opening and new pathways are being paved, and I broke up with my ex last year, and I feel
Like last year or this year?
It would have been a year in September.
Oh, okay.
It was like a year in September, so it's been a year and a bit.
Yeah. How long were you with him?
Just over 4 years.
Yeah.
That's
a long time.
Yeah. I think it was like the 5-year mark with my first ex as well. I think that I get my mom says I get the 5-year itch, but like, with my ex, I concluded that I couldn't love him the way he needed to be loved, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. So, there was pain and sadness there, but also like, there's only so much I can change for myself for someone before losing myself for someone, you know? I can work on habits to make you happier, but I can't intrinsically change myself for you. Yeah. And I think that's, you probably understand and hold that same value to yourself.
Yeah. Relationships are so interesting because I think that, you know, I did in my past, like before my marriage, I didn't do any work on myself, not because I didn't want to. I hadn't had the skill set and the know-how to even think about doing that. I was like so heavily vibrating in insanity that was my normal. And it wasn't until the first year into my marriage, because I knew that my husband at the time and I were coming together. I was coming together with him to do a lot of self-work, but I didn't know what that entailed or what that looked like. I just knew we were supposed to be together for not like, oh, I'm so passionately in love with you and this and that. It wasn't like that. It was a different drawing where I felt it was deeper than that. And then, that was the first relationship I think I did. I know that I did a lot of self-reflection work in that. But I think that what most people do, which is what I was doing for a long time, is you get into a relationship and yeah, you depend on the other person to make you happy, and then you get pissed off at them when they make you sad. And that's where blame and resentment comes in, and then that's how and why we repeat patterns, and then relationships don't really change, right? So it's about
can't change people.
No. Like I firmly believe that if you leave a relationship and you don't feel complete within yourself, no jealousy or worry about who they're going to get together with, no anger, no animosity, you leave in a state of completion, then yeah, you can leave a relationship. Doesn't matter if it's always that 4 or 5 year mark. If you leave the relationship and you feel complete within yourself, then you won't repeat the pattern, and you go on to the next stage of evolution, and whatever that is pertaining to your soul's journey and human journey next. Right?
Yeah, with my first ex, I think the biggest lesson that I learned was, I kept putting a piece of myself aside to make him happy or give him the spotlight, and I kept putting a little piece of myself aside, and there was a point where like there was nothing, I had nothing else. There was nothing else left, and there was no more light. I don't know where my inner light was, because it kept getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, and then I realized like I can't be dimming my light for someone else.
Yeah. It's like there's two kinds of people. There's consumers and there's batteries. And consumers will consistently want to take, which is what narcissists do. Right? Because they're in it for me. You know, and then if you're not going to be with me, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want having, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. It's this consuming of energy. That's the dimming of light. That once you're out of that relationship, it's like, it's like your head's out of water. What the fuck? Is this life? Is that the island?
Yeah, totally.
I didn't realize I was fucking drowning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I've definitely come into my self-worth and knowing that, I think when you're younger, you also learn, like, I've learned through my relationships that also, like, you know, you have your check mark list, and like, it doesn't, even if they check all the boxes, that doesn't make them the right person. Even if they check all the boxes, that doesn't mean they're right for you.
No.
Yeah. You know,
that.
I was just thinking of, do you remember that compliment I gave you the other day?
Yeah. Oh yeah, say it again.
I'll say it for the cameras.
Yes, please.
So Jen and I have known each other for a very long time, and I was like 19 or 20 when I first met you. I was quite young, and I've just always felt that you've had such a strong presence. And I was even describing you to my friend, also like I was telling them what I was doing, and I was like, she just empowers femininity and individuality, and she's just so like strong, you know, like you can feel her presence in a room, you know. And we've never spent time together like this over the years, and just like in passing, seeing each other in classes, and then there was that big gap that we weren't really working together. And the memory of you that I had in my brain was that you were just like this big glamazon, like superwoman, like you were like 6'5" and like jacked, and your beautiful long hair. And I think it was because I remember your presence as being so big. I think in my mind I just saw your body also being like that big as well, and like a glamazon warrior. And then when we did our last interview and I was talking with you, I'm just like, you're so petite. Like, you're actually not, like, you're still a glamazon, you're still a beautiful warrior, but like, you're so petite.
Seriously, that's the most like incredible compliment ever that I've ever gotten.
Yeah. Well, my roommate told me this, that like when you have these like positive thoughts about people, like it's not doing any use in your brain. Like you may as well share it, like, because it's not only gonna make your day better, but it's gonna make that other person's day better as well. You know?
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
It's funny, the guy that I went to meet today in Lethbridge, he said to me when he was texting me watching the last podcast, he goes, are you like over 6 feet? That's what he said to me. And I was thinking, what the fuck? Daniel just said this to me. And I go, no, I'm 5'4" and a half. But so when I saw him today, he goes, you really are tiny.
Yeah.
So
But I can't remember what I was thinking about our relationship back in the day, but
But just how like our chemistry together, you
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
when I feel like I've actually known you, not just seen you and been around you,
Yeah.
and then you know had a couple podcast things with you. Like I actually feel like I know you.
Yeah, totally. Well, I think that, when you find people who have the same interests and vibe on the same level, you know, just, and you can connect easily. Those are also like the people that you keep around as you get older, you know, you really pick and choose the people in your life. And
Do you find that pool gets smaller?
It gets smaller, but like also more consistent, you know, like even though it's getting smaller, like those people that stay around, I'm spending more time with them, you know?
Yes, that's what I find. Like, as this year has been going, I'm like, wow, like just incredible friendships that have been starting or restarting. Like even Jess at the studio, because sometimes you veer away from people and then you come back at different times when you've worked through some shit on both ends, and then the frequency again is like, oh, harmonious, you know, and you come together for, you know, a new phase in life or whatever. But
that class that we were at, I also gave Jess a compliment that was on my mind when I was driving there, because Jess and I are both like half Asian, like we're both mixed, and I was telling her, like I just remember her, like she just like, with our mixed blood, we age slower, you know, you have good skin. And I was telling her, like, I've known you for like 15 years and you look the exact same. Like you have not aged. Like you look just as beautiful as how I remember you from like 15 years ago.
Yeah, you're going to look good till the day you die. You'll look 12 till the day you die.
Thank you. Yeah, with the help of modern science. Yeah.
Right? God. Yeah. No, I mean, you look incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
I adore you.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I love being around you. It's amazing.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.